Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Courtney Lynea. Yes, first and foremost, before we even get into the video, let's discuss the jersey. Yeah, the Niners are my team and they are playing today, so you know I have to represent and give them some support. I already know the Niners are gonna win today, so yeah. So with that being said, let's get straight into the video. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys my top 5 weight loss mistakes that I made and how you can avoid them. All the tips that I'm about to be telling you in this video got me from this to this. And if I would have took out those mistakes earlier within my weight loss journey, I would have got to this a lot quicker. So these are the things that I learned on my weight loss journey, and I'm going to be telling you so you can use them and be successful in your weight loss journey. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, be sure to keep watching. First weight loss mistake that I made on my weight loss journey is not properly eating in my calorie deficit. So when I started my weight loss journey, I was really kind of freeballing it. I just automatically just went to eating 1,500 calories because that's all I was seeing people eat. 1,500 calories or lower, yeah, because that's just what I was seeing a lot of people online do. However, that was not really conducive or helpful to me because we're all different. We all come in different shapes and sizes. We all have different metabolisms. We all have different things going on in our body. So it was just not smart for me to go off what other people were doing. So with that being said, I went and I got a lot of tests done. The number one test that I got done was called an RMR. It's a resting metabolic rate test, and that showed me how many calories my body was naturally burning just by sitting here, just by really doing nothing, being like sedentary, just breathing, like just the amount of calories that my body needs just to operate, just for my organs to operate properly, all that type of stuff. So when I got my number based on my level of activity that I was using, based on my level of activity that I was doing every single day, like I was going to the gym 4 times out the week, but at work I was sedentary, so I went into this thing called the TVEE calculator. I plugged in all those numbers. I also found out my body fat percentage from going to the doctors and getting all my tests done, so I was able to properly see where I should be eating to maintain, gain, or lose the weight. And if you hear anybody else telling you just to freeball it and eat whatever you like, run. Because scientifically, to lose weight, you have to eat in a calorie deficit. That's the only way you're going to lose weight. Based on Google, a calorie deficit is simply eating fewer calories than you're burning. That is the only way that you're going to lose weight. So if you're hearing different, don't believe them. Okay. So the fact that I was able to find out how many calories I was eating, I was able to then go into a 200 to 500 calorie deficit, and that's when the weight truly started coming off. And so in order for me to eat in my proper calorie deficit, I also started weighing and tracking my food. The main app that I used to track my food was MyFitnessPal. That's a good one. That's one of the main ones that a lot of people use, so I just started using it as well. It was actually super helpful, and it also made me way more mindful on my portions, because when I first started my weight loss journey, like I said, I was just freeballing it. So my portions were a lot bigger than what they were supposed to be. So I was eating I was eating a lot of food when I was really supposed to be eating like this amount of food, but instead I was eating like meals for somebody that was trying to gain weight or trying to just maintain when I was actually trying to lose. It's super important to know your TDE, your calorie deficit, all those important numbers. That is what's going to help you lose the weight. So the fact that I finally realized that and got into learning my calorie deficit and finally eating in my calorie deficit really helped a lot. A second weight loss mistake that I made on my weight loss journey was eating back the calories that I actually burned, okay? Like I mentioned earlier, I used MyFitnessPal, so I was able to put in everything that I ate, and it also tracked my physical activity throughout the day. Okay, so you got 700 calories throughout the day, right? Then you have breakfast. Your breakfast is about 400 calories, right? Boom. So now you got 1,300 calories left. Okay. Then you eat a lunch, and your lunch is 550 calories, right? Boom. So let's do minus 550 calories. Boom. So now you have 750 calories left, right? However, you go to the gym. Let's say you burn 500 calories. What the app would do, it will add back that 500 calories, right? That you just burned, because it's basically saying, oh, you worked out, so like reward yourself, and now you get to eat a little bit more. Wrong. That's not okay. So instead of having 750 calories left to eat throughout the day, you now have 1,250 calories to eat throughout the day. So when I first saw that, I'm like, oh, I got 1,250 calories that I could eat, but I thought I only had 700 calories left. So now I'm gonna go to In-N-Out and get everything that I want that's gonna add up to 1,200 calories. That's not okay. You are now no longer eating in a calorie deficit. You are either eating in a calorie surplus, or you're in a calorie maintenance. So that's why in the beginning of my weight loss journey, I literally was not seeing any results. I was really just maintaining what I was doing. And it just added so much extra time onto my weight loss journey when I could have been losing so many more pounds. So don't be like me. Don't eat your calories back, because also the app and also your phone and your Apple Watch and whatever you use to like track how many calories you're burning every single day, those things aren't even fully accurate. So it could be saying that you really burn 500 calories, but you probably really only burn 150 calories. So now you're definitely in a calorie surplus. I started using different apps that wouldn't add on what I burned off, right? The app that I actually started using is called the Nutrition app. I actually do like that app. It was a good app. It's a good app. I still use it to this day. I track my calories in both apps. I track it more in my FitnessPal because I have like my meals saved, and like I use it more often, so it just has everything that I already eat every single day. So that's why it's easier. But I make a mental note that, okay, my watch or my phone is saying that I burn 500 calories, so I got 500 calories that I could eat back. I just be like, okay, no, that's not true. Don't eat those 500 calories back. Just continue with how many calories that you are allowed it throughout the day, which is 1,700 calories. The third mistake that I made on my weight loss journey is not making this journey a lifestyle change, but instead I made it a diet. And that word diet is already so toxic. It puts a perceived notion in your head that you have to restrict. You can't have nothing that you like. So for the longest, I was miserable because I would cut out so many things and I would restrict myself. Like I would cut out whole food groups, which is crazy. Throughout this weight loss journey, I've learned that what you do to lose the weight is what you're going to have to continue to do to keep the weight off. So of course, doing keto, of course, cutting out bread or completely cutting out sweets was not doable in the long run. It wasn't manageable to do in the long run. I wasn't able to do it in the long run. And so that's when the yo-yo dieting started to come into play. So I would be on a restrictive diet for about 2, 3, 4 months, right? So that I cut out bread, sugar, candy, sweets, sodas. I cut all that out, right? And then I would lose the weight and I'm like, oh, okay, I can reward myself. And you know what I did? Yeah, I binge ate every single thing that I was cutting out. So what do you think happened? I gained all the weight back that I lost. And sometimes I gained it back even more. Then it became a cycle of restricting, eating it all back, restricting, eating it all back. So it just wasted a lot of my time. I was miserable. It wasn't a healthy experience, okay? It was not fun. Also, if anybody tells you you have to cut out food to lose weight, run. Because you don't have to cut out anything. For one, your body needs carbs, okay? The body uses carbs as energy. So now that I know what I know, I love eating carbs, especially before the gym, because I need as much energy as I can, because I'm either lifting weights, running, walking, whatever. My body needs energy, okay? And carbs is the main source of energy that our body gets. But yeah, I had a really big problem with binge eating. because I was just restricting myself so much, and that's not something you should do. So now how I avoid doing all that is I find healthier ways to eat the foods that I like. Instead of bread that has all these calories, I would either eat sourdough bread, which has a lot of probiotic enzymes in it, which is really good for gut health, or I would eat low calorie bread, so like the 45 calorie type of breads. So I would do things like that. Whenever like I'm craving like a really good brownie, like a gooey brownie, I would make a protein style brownie, right? So I would just find recipes that I can incorporate my protein powder from EHP Labs that I love using. It's my favorite. I just got this banana bread flavor, so it's so good. I know I'm gonna definitely be making some banana bread with that. I already know, banana bread brownies or something, I don't know. Also, if I'm craving chocolate, like it's so many like new things that you could eat now. There's sugar-free chocolate. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things to eat. So I would eat sugar-free chocolates. They have like these Reese's that are, I don't know where they're from. I think Atkins or something. I don't know where it's from, but I be getting them. You get them from the grocery store in the protein section. So I would just find alternatives of all of my favorite foods. Instead of eating pasta, like the regular pasta, I would use bonsai pasta, which is higher in protein. Like I would just like do little swaps like that. So in my brain, I'm not restricting. So now like I'm never really craving anything because I get to eat every single thing that I want. Like I love In-N-Out. Oh, I love In-N-Out. So I make these like viral, it's like these viral taco In-N-Out inspired burger that I saw off of TikTok, and it literally satisfies my craving for In-N-Out. Like that is so good. And I think that for like four tacos, I think it's like 500 calories. Like, and it's so bomb. Oh, another thing, like I love mayonnaise. So instead of the 90 calorie mayonnaise, I get the 35 calorie mayonnaise light. I love ranch. I get the light option. What else? Peanut butter. I love peanut butter. Peanut butter is crazily high in calories. Literally 2 scoops of peanut butter is like 200 calories. So now I use PB Fit and just try to make it as thick and chunky as I can. Like, girl, I even cut up a little peanuts in there and throw that in there when I'm making my PB Fit. I love it. So yeah, I would definitely not take anything out. Do not restrict yourself. Just find healthier alternatives for the things that you already love. That helped me a lot. So now when I go to a birthday party, like I'm not like, oh my god, there's cake, or oh my god, there's cookies, and I'm like eating like 15 cookies because I know I'm not going to be able to eat them like for at least another 3 months. Like, so I'm not even doing stuff like that. The fourth mistake that I made on my weight loss journey is I became super obsessed with the scale. It became so toxic that I would step on the scale, right? Like let's say I'm feeling good about myself, okay? Let's say one day I'm feeling good about myself, right? I would step on the scale, and if that number did not say what I wanted it to say, it would make or break my whole day. I would have an attitude. I would be so mean. I would be so depressed. I would want to give up. I'd be like, it's not working. I don't know what's going on. Like, I literally haven't ate nothing all week. Like, why am I gaining weight or still staying the same? Why did I not lose anything? Or why did I only lose 1 pound, right? The scale only tells one side of the story, okay? You could be body recomping, which was my case. I started off at 215 pounds. Sometimes I would teeter from 215 to 220. And in the beginning, no weight was coming off. But I went from this to this. Like, I was getting a lot smaller. My clothes were fitting a lot looser. I measured myself, and the measuring tape was getting a lot smaller. Like, especially in the beginning, I think my belly was like a 44 inch. In the first like 6 months of my weight loss journey, I went from a 44 to a 41. Like, that's crazy. Like that's a big circumference getting smaller. So But what was so crazy is that the scale did not move. The scale did not move, and like I could not wrap my brain around the process, around the thought, because it was just like, if I'm looking smaller, why is the scale not going down? And I was just so fixated on a number. I wanted to see that number every time I stepped, like a certain number when I would step on the scale. And like I just became obsessed. I just became obsessed. I became irritated. Like I would literally weigh myself every single day, right? I weigh myself in the morning because that's when you're the skinniest. So I weigh myself in the morning, right? I'll be a certain number. I'll be like, okay, cool. Then I would go eat and I will go weigh myself. Of course I'm gonna be more weight. Duh. So now I'm sad. So now I'm sad about the day. So now I'm going crazy in the gym, literally like hurting myself, like. But I feel like I did something. So you know what I did? I would go home and weigh myself. Then I would go eat, weigh myself again. Then I would use the bathroom. So then like I'm doing 1 and 2, everything's coming out. I'm weighing myself. Literally, that's how obsessed I was, and the number never read what I wanted it to read. So I just was like, you know what, forget it. Like right now, I only weigh myself like maybe, I either weigh myself once a week on the same day at the same exact time, which is usually like Monday morning when I first wake up, or like if like every Monday morning I'm not liking what I'm seeing on the scale and I could feel my anxiety and like sadness coming, I would just not weigh myself for a whole month. Like I would just let it go. I would hide the scale or tell people like, do not let me weigh myself because I'm gonna get sad. So yeah, I would just hide the scale, throw it away, whatever I had to do to keep my sanity. I would do that, and I would just take a lot of progress pictures. I measure myself, and I'm not heartbroken because I'm not getting on the scale. I'm just looking at myself, so that helps me a lot. Don't be weighing yourself every single day. Don't do it, because you will become sad if the number is not constantly going down, because weight loss is not linear for some people. I am one of those people. It's not linear. Sometimes I gain weight, sometimes I lose it. Like I would have like let's say I just went crazy and had a good time on a weekend. I would come back and I would be 5 pounds heavier. Like that's not even possible. In order to gain weight, you have to eat in a 3,500 calorie surplus. And I knew I wasn't doing that. So it was really just, I probably ate a lot more bread that weekend, or my body is holding on to a lot more salt, water intake. So, but in the beginning of my weight loss journey, I did not know that. So I was just like, oh my God, I gained 5 pounds. Oh my God, what did I do? Oh my God. I'm back to square one. But no, all I had to do was just get back on track, eating the way that I was already eating, which was in a calorie deficit, and going to the gym and drinking my gallon of water. So yeah, just getting back into my routine. It was super easy. But I don't even have to go through that problem no more, because I don't weigh myself. I don't weigh myself. I weighed myself this morning, and I promise you I'm not gonna weigh myself for either another full 2 weeks, or I'll probably wait a month. I don't know, depending on how I feel that day. And last but not least, the 5th mistake that I made on my weight loss journey is putting a time limit on my weight loss journey, and also putting a number on the weight loss journey. When I started my weight loss journey, I started off at 215 pounds, 220, and I was like, I want to lose 15 pounds in 2 weeks. That's not even realistic. And so when the 2 weeks passed and the 15 pounds was not gone, I was sad. I was pissed off. I was like, this is not working. I'm over it. I don't care no more. Everything that I'm trying to do is not working, so I might as well just go eat whatever I want. Then I will go in another cycle of feeling horrible about myself, starving myself, going on cleanses, and like just drinking only water for 7 days. I did that, and you know what happened after those 7 days? I lost 15 pounds. But then I went back to eating, and guess what? I gained it all back. So yeah, it just really put a lot of pressure on me, and my pressure turned into stress, and stress kills. Stress adds weight, stress adds unhappiness, and that was that was everything wrapped up in one for me. My body really goes off of my brain and like my emotions and how I feel. If I'm stressed out, I'm not gonna be losing any weight. If I'm sad, I know I'm not gonna be losing any weight, because that's just how I know my body. I just know how it works. And like if other things are on my mind, which was me trying to lose weight, if that's constantly on my mind, I'm like counterproductive. I'm like low-key sabotaging myself. So I stopped putting a limit on when I wanted to lose this weight by, and I just started going with the flow. I just let my body do what it does. I was patient with myself. Where my body wants to be, I couldn't even really tell you the perfect number for me, because growing up, there would be these charts at the doctor, and they would say, oh, you're 5'7", you're supposed to be 136 pounds. What I look like being 136 pounds, baby, that's not gonna happen. I am curvaceous, okay? I am a very tall African-American Black sister. I'm not gonna be 136 pounds like that. I don't even think I was ever even 136 pounds. Ever. Maybe when I was like 7. Maybe, I don't know. But I know for a fact I'm not gonna be 136 pounds. That's just not my body. That's just not how it's made up. I have a goal weight that I would like to be, but I'm not putting so much pressure on myself to be at that number. I'm just gonna continue to do what I'm supposed to do, which is eating in a calorie deficit, working out, drinking my water, getting my protein intake up, and just doing everything that I've learned throughout my weight loss journey that helped me lose the first 30 pounds anyway. So I'm gonna just continue to do that. I'm gonna tweak my calorie deficit, because for those that don't know, once you lose weight, you now have a different calorie deficit. So the calorie deficit of 2,000 calories when you were 235 pounds is not gonna be the same calorie deficit when you get to 150. It's just not. You're gonna have to eat lower calories because it's less of you. Things will just come. Just do you. We all know what we're supposed to do. We all actually really know what we're supposed to do. It's just that we don't do it. We literally get into a different mindset. We get into the mindset of like desperation and survival. And so now we're just doing crazy stuff to lose the weight. When just take your time. Weight loss takes time. Don't compare yourself to other people. Some people be losing 100 pounds in 6 months, and how do we even know that that's true? They could have got the gastric sleeve. We don't know. People be lying online. We don't know. Start comparing yourself to those people and just do what's best for you. Do what makes your body feel good and makes your body feel happy. It makes you not feel bloated. Just do those type of things. But yeah, that's all the mistakes that I made on my weight loss journey and how to avoid them. I hope you take some things from this video and apply it to your weight loss journey as well. Comment below which part of the weight loss journey are you on. Comment down below some of your mistakes that you made. I love going through the comments and seeing like how similar we are or how different we are, and like just seeing people have conversations back and forth and like help each other. I love that. I love reading it. I'm so proud of you for being on this weight loss journey, this new lifestyle change. It takes steps, and you're taking one of the steps right now. So if you're interested in seeing any of my other weight loss journeys, be sure to click one of these, and I'll see you in the next video.